Hi guys, rubber band power time. Got a request from Drew Spicer to do a rubber band powered Dalek because he's rather keen on Doctor Who. I'm not going to try and make a scale model or a true to type one. I'm going to do one in the spirit of, I think it's the best way I can put it. I'm going to use something I've used before, which is a white plastic waste bin. I can't remember which of my rubber band videos it features in, but very simple. I draw the hole in the top so I can feed a rubber band in there, and then we got holes in the sides for an axle to go straight across the middle. So the rubber band goes top to bottom round the axle and the wheels spin. Dalek has a round head, so I'm going to use this plastic bowl, cut it off round about there somewhere, might even spring mount it so it wobbles around a bit. They are, what's the word for one-eyed? Mono, cyclops sort of thing. I just happen to have a little plastic ball there on the end of a barbecue skewer. That was a wheel for something at some time, so that'll do for his eye. They have like very large semicircular, almost like rivets down the sides. So I'm going to use these white plastic bottle tops to come down there in lines, and they also have two arms. Well, one arm looks like a toilet plunger, a straight arm with a cup on the end of it, and the other arm that comes out is a gun of some sort, which they use when they say exterminate. But that's what I'm going to do. I'll just use hot glue and position these down here to give the general effect. Find an axle and probably some CDs for the wheels, and away we go. quick peek inside. I've got cardboard discs for wheels. I cut them for a different project. The axle, we've actually got a metal tube there so that it doesn't bend in the middle. But actually going through the holes either side, we've got a bamboo cane that goes right the way through, so the metal tube runs over the bamboo cane. So that should give us reasonably easy movement. I've glued a little bit of bamboo cane there in a T shape so we can hook the rubber band on easily. I'm not sure whether I'll need to put a wheel at front and back to help it run along, because it's going to drag, obviously. So I'll think about that. We'll see how it runs first, and then I might add some sort of friction surface to help it run. The rubber band goes straight up to that hole at the top there. Well, we're all ready. It's all a bit delicate, to be honest, because it's all plastic held together with hot glue. When it bends a bit, the pieces pop off because they lose their grip on the plastic. But we've got a general idea. We've got a sort of a Dalek. So we'll give it a run up and down the kitchen as far as we can go. You'll notice I've added a couple of, what can we call them? Balance points, or friction points I suppose, just to make him run fairly stable. And then you can see the rubber band coming up the middle there that I'm winding around the axle. It's all a bit delicate, like I say, so I might have to put the hot glue gun back on, depending on what he bumps into on the way. Oh, it's also not very easy to tell which way he's going to go, because I didn't mark the front. Alright, here we go again. Didn't go very far. Must have some friction in there somewhere, slowing it down. Just wound it up backwards that way by accident, but we'll just see how he goes backwards. Yeah. So we're not getting the usual sort of distance. I'm not going to worry about that too much. We'll just do some of the usual camera shots. I don't think we're going to get a straight run out of him. But I'll see if I can run backwards so he runs towards us. Oh dear. Yeah. Very delicate. Well, I think that'll do. We're not going to get a straight run out of him. So he's going to keep bashing into the walls and things and breaking. I think he looks like quite fun, to be honest. Not a true Dalek, just in the spirit of. And we even have a movable head with his eye. And underneath, to try and reduce the friction, yeah, okay, that's what's supporting the front end. A couple of little plastic balls on a bit of barbecue skewer, so it's free to move around, which means I've got no way of making sure it goes straight, which is why we're having trouble now. But it does reduce the friction at the front end, so it does go a little bit further. I don't suppose you've ever seen that on a Dalek before. Yeah, well, that was fun. I hope Drew appreciates that it's not supposed to be a sensible scale model, just some fun.